the biggest problem with anxiety is that we are our own worst enemy, and it literally is it's like a boxing match between you and all of your symptoms and your depression and your anxiety, and you get into that ring and you have to fight, kill or be killed. And the one way I found out about that, like how to deal with it a little bit better, is not by posting negative things. To get better, it's not about venting. Oh, today I feel like killing myself. Oh, today I'm having a horrible day. I'm having attacks. Life isn't going good for me. Those, I believe, to some extent, those aren't the things we should be posting. Although it's okay to vent, it's very healthy to vent. But if we could start posting positive things, because that's really the secret to overcoming anxiety. It's not, oh God, how am I going to survive the day? What it should be is, what are the things that make me happy, and what can I incorporate in this day that's going to make me happy and feel alive, or at least live a little bit and get through? Because one teeny tiny small change can make all the difference in the world. All the difference. I was driving to and from work in the city for 3.5 years, and I was having all these crazy anxiety attacks, and I even took a whole week off of work because the anxiety was weighing me down. So it's like, I know what that's like when it's killing you. But I said to myself, I do not want to be a recluse. I'm not the kind of person that wants to just lazy about at home and feel defeated. I guess that's my biggest thing, is I don't like defeat, and I don't believe in no-win situations. And I'll be damned if, of all the people I've ever met in my life, the people that have ever pissed me off or were dubbed my enemy or whatever, I'll be damned if I'm going to beat the hell out of myself and let my brain wind up winning and controlling my life. So, and that's really one of the big keys. So it's like every day, you don't even have to post it. You could just do something in your life, change one thing at a time. Completely getting rid of driving an hour and a half to the city and taking the train for me, I feel like it's sliced my anxiety in half. And then every night before I go to bed, I take a Zoloft, and it takes 3, 4, 5 weeks for it to really kick in and start doing what it's doing. But and I've been on for about maybe 4 weeks of Zoloft right now, and let me tell you, it just feels great. Like I'm between yesterday and today, it's Tuesday and Wednesday, as if time really matters watching this video, but it's like I feel like nothing can stop me, like nothing can stand in my way. And unfortunately, with anxiety and depression, even though you have those days, it can always still sneak up and kick your ass. Like I always tell people, it's like getting jumped from behind in a dark alley. It's like you never know when shit's going to be going down. And one important thing is to find the things that set you off, find your triggers, and then start eliminating those triggers. Whether it's poisonous or venomous friends that drive you nuts or influence you in all the wrong ways, or even family members too. I've had to kind of push family members aside and keep distance, because just being around them sends my skin crawling, and I just want to go home, because just some people just can't deal with. But anyways, I hope that this message of inspiration helps. Just like I said, one day at a time, one thing at a time, that you need to just adjust your life. Because when we get anxiety, and I'm sure some of us weren't born with it, but when we do get it, whether you've had it for 20 years or if you've had it for 20 days, when you get it, it's like you can't let it hold you down. And you have to, again, find your triggers and get rid of that. Find the elements and things in your life that bring you down, piss you off, aggravate you. You got a husband that cheats? Get rid of them. Got a wife that cheats? Get rid of her. You like certain types of music that makes you feel good? Then listen to that all the time. Certain movies that may help you, watch those all the time. You know, if your job is sending you through the roof and you're always back and forth to the doctor, it's time to get a new job, a new car, a new way of doing things. You know, anxiety and depression is such a huge life changer. You know, we either sit there and say, I don't want to change, and then anxiety will beat you down. It'll take you to your knees. But, you know, if you can just change one thing, get rid of one thing, that's how you wind up moving forward. And it's not an easy fix. It's not like, okay, I got rid of that friend, I feel great for the rest of my life. There's no guarantee in that, but I guarantee you'll be on a path to feeling better. You know, the more negative you get out of your life and the more positive you bring into your life, it's kind of like, it's like redesigning your life. You know, think of it as a mental, you know, think of yourself as a mental interior decorator. You know, you got to look at the shit that's going on, and you might have to rearrange it, move the couch around a little bit, if you will. You know, put the TV on a different wall. You know, and sometimes you got to make drastic changes for that to happen, and sometimes it's just the smallest, teeniest, tiniest thing. Like my biggest trigger of all of the triggers that I have was driving. Once I got rid of driving to work and taking the train, that was one huge relief and one thing out of my life. But yeah, but every time you post a negative post, you know, I'm going to kill myself. I'm having anxiety attacks. Please help. I'm worthless. Life sucks. You know, this is going on. That every time you post a negative post, all you are screaming to everybody else is, "I'm defeated. I give up. You know, anxiety has kicked my ass." You know, basically, you stepped into that boxing ring, and you just took a beating, and you just stayed down without trying to get up and fight round 2, round 3, you know, all the way to the 12th round. And it's like, you need to do that if you want to get through this. If you want to have a life and live, you have to make those changes. You have to throw those punches, or else it's just going to hold you. I mean, or else you'll merely just be surviving. You know, it's not a way to live life. Just letting anxiety beat you to the ground all the time, every time you step in the ring with it. You can't live a life just being defeated every day. You know, that's just surviving. You know, you're a survivalist. Don't survive. Don't do things just to get you by to survive. Do things that are going to change your life so that you can live. Anyways, peace, love, happiness, and hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Until we meet again, take care of yourself and take care of each other. That's what we're all here for.